I'm talking to Dow. I'm Do. This is Dow. Say hi. And he's got his little Dow.
Hello, everybody.
So
This is the Dow.
this is the Dow. He is the center. He has been with me. He's been basically my right hand person. He's my Craig to my Brandon, which right to me the Brand right. You're my
I don't
Craig.
really want to be a friend, but
Well,
sure.
wait. Well, I shared this to Brandon. So what I want to do quick. That's a joke between him and me, and maybe Brandon and Craig, for those who know who they are, and anyone else actually from Foundups 2.0 will all understand that joke. So anyway, so I want to talk about really quickly about how we structure and what we're doing in regards to management meetings and everything else. Number one, we don't do appointments. There are no appointments in Foundups. That's not what we do. What we do instead is anyone who has a capital letter by their name means they're a lead. And if there's two other individuals with a subletter of by their name, okay, they can call a meeting, providing those individuals can be there. So basically, for example, the Helios DAO is the lead in developing. So I have a D. He needs one more D. He sees Subs has a D by his name. Actually, a lot of people, Fries has a D by his name. So he can say, hey, I want to have a meeting. I've got these tensions. We do holacracy. And he reaches out. If two of them say, yeah, man, I can meet. And then they can record the meeting. And then they post the meeting under, it would be posted under Dev Core, which is development. He would post the meeting. He'd be responsible for recording it. And the agenda is really simple. It says, okay, this is the meeting time now. We're going to, these are the tensions that I want to cover. And he lists the tensions off. Anyone here have any tensions in development that they want to address or talk about? It has to be focused on development, and they list their tensions, and then basically they kind of like a itinerary. They go through it. The meeting should last no more than 30 minutes, unless I'm doing it. Then it's going to last an hour because I talk a lot, as everyone knows. So the second thing is we don't do appointments. We're not raising capital. We don't meet with people unless that person is someone that I want as a delegate and they're super busy and the only way they can meet is me to make an appointment. I will make an appointment. But for the most part, there's always going to be someone in Foundups Fest Hangout. That is on our Discord channel. So you go to our Discord channel, you pop in there. You need me if you're green, you are an admin. You can drag me, you can drag folks, you can have private meetings and everything else. Ambassadors are passively involved in Foundups. So if they are ambassadors, it means they're kind of like cheerleaders, they're support, but they've got their own thing going. They're not active, they're passive. Core members, which are the Foundups 3.0 members, are the active members. Sometimes I'll give people access to Core so they can see and navigate through all the filing system. All the things to the left, where you see to-dos all the way down to Foundups Fest, Crypto Fund, Foundups Capital, Hackabub, HEMS, and so on. These are all, think of them as folders. And all of these are independent projects of the big picture, right? So think of it as our management system. So we have our meetings here. We can post to-do lists, everything else. We can get activities done. If folks want to meet, you give them out the Discord thing. Come in here, pop in, grab Dog, grab Helios, Undow and Do. So you'll see Do by my name. That's me. I'm Undow. I'm the Do in the Undow Do. Dow, that's Helios. He's head of development. And so I'm like Vision. Helios is development. And Hans or Johannes, which is Hansi. I think was he Hansi in here? Yeah, I think he's Hansi. I think he's Hansi. Yeah, Hansi. My unemotional, he's unemotional, man. Unemotional crypto trader, Hans. So we are the three founders. How the organization works is this: anyone could ultimately be part of Core, which is the organization. They just have to be active. Members of the Core Undow Do, the members of Core members can appoint folks. We will not be appointing anyone to Core, which is the three Undow Do, until they've proven themselves, right? Until we feel like hey, I want to nominate this person to be part of core. The other two people will approve. Once you're part of core, then your vote, we're all equal founders of Foundups Fest. So we are an open corp, something I described back in 2010. That's how we run Foundups. Anyone could be part of Foundups. Anyone can join Foundups. We are looking, we do not we don't have any gatekeepers, right? We are a Foundup ourselves. Foundups are decentralized open startups on the blockchain. That's what a Foundup is, and we are the first one. Okay, so we are pioneering the whole system that's ultimately going to be part of the ecosystem. So what you're seeing here on Discord is actually part of the ecosystem that we will basically, instead of us initially creating it, we'll just use Discord API and actually pull Discord right into our platform and tweak it and do some other things that we need to do with it in order to to make it work for Foundups. So that's it. I'm going to unmute Mike now and see what he has anything to say. I don't know if you realize I had you muted. There you go. You can talk.
Cool. No, I was muted myself.
All right. Yeah, I had the little gremlin adding it. Does that make sense to you, Mike? Any questions?
No, I like this. It's kind of funny because this is what we talked about, and now here it is.
It is.
This is perfect. I like having you in chat all the time because then you're always available.
Yep. So if I'm not here, I'll be AFK because, like, for example, today I got to run to my sporting event. I'm up every day around 3 a.m., Mike. 3 a.m. I go to bed early with my boys. Like, I went to bed last night at 8 p.m. So don't think I'm not getting any sleep. I love going to bed with my kids. In the morning, I'm like, this is something you want to do with your daughter. Is this what I'm doing with my kids? Is I'm saying, hey, man, we had amazing dreams last night. And I make up some crazy adventure, right, of what we did together, right? I said, man, you don't remember that? You don't remember our dream? Man, Mikey snuck around and stabbed the black dragon. And Tommy, you were riding the golden dragon, right? And I was on the silver dragon. And we were attacking the troll king who was trying to take over. So I make, I like to take all my Dungeons and Dragons stories. And since I can't play Dungeons and Dragons, I just create the adventure for them. So, and I think it's a great way. So, they go to bed. And I think over time, they'll start having these amazing dreams, knowing that we're having these dreams. And maybe we'll have, maybe this will be some sort of future device. Like when the brain connects, we'll have like a mutual virtual reality brain. There was a Foundup idea for 2025, right? So connected to the noodle, right? Who and living virtually in your brain and have these amazing, crazy adventures, right, together, disrupting.
I like it because my daughter likes us to tell her stories before bed, just make stuff up.
Yeah, I would make stuff up in the morning. Say, wow, didn't we have a great dream? We went to so we go to the dreamlands and all that. So I got to digress here from our appointment, our meeting. So yeah, so that's the way I'm basically going to approach folks on LinkedIn, right? If they want to meet with me, talk about it, great. My job specifically is to roll out, to assign a delegate. So if you see the delegate tab, as an ambassador, you can see the delegate tab. You can see the ones that have accepted, the ones that I'm working on below, right? And these are ones I'd like to approach. I haven't mentioned it to them. As I find people, I just add them to this list. And then basically I can go back and edit and update and then basically put accepted when they accept. Right, so this is kind of like my what do we call that? My a pipeline, right? So pipeline for folks, pipeline for speakers, pipeline. So delegates will potentially be our speakers, the promoters, and so on, so on, and so on, right? For Foundups, and then basically ambassadors are kind of inactive. If people are basically like I just moved Spirit, to ambassador. Actually, I have to take his title, his roles away. Edit. Change Nick. Where are you? Change Nick. Because all I was getting from him is just like, backseat driving. And I'm like, I don't need backseat driving. I need people driving, right? Like, I need drivers, not backseat drivers. I know what needs to be done. This is something new to me. Right? So anyway, so I just moved them. I moved them down. I said, hey man, I'll just move. You can watch and then you can engage whenever you want to engage. So the folks that are coming into the meeting, Subs is working. So he's coming in. he works like the late, so you won't ever see him because he's coming in like at like my daytime, like from midnight to about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. He's on.
Well, then he's on when I'm on. So quick question. Let's talk about the whole shopping cart deal.
Okay, let me quit this video.